You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White Sports fans, let's talk about the World Series. Because when I went to bed last night, the Blue Jays were actually up in the game by a score of 3-1. And I was just thinking, you know what? Maybe they're going to pull this out. But there was nowhere in the world I was actually going to underestimate the Dodgers, who were the defending champions. Even though the Blue Jays actually went up in this series 3-2, and in game 7, they were up 3-1. But this thing was not over with, folks, because the Dodgers, they came back in dramatic fashion and won game 7 of the World Series to become the first team to repeat in 25 years. You actually got to go back to the late 90s Yankees to see a repeat. Now, those Yankees actually won 3 straight titles. And the year 2000 was the last time that happened up until now. Now, of course, you know, we've had teams that have actually won multiple World Series. My Astros have won 2. But remember, the Giants actually have won 3. But they never did it back to back. But now the Dodgers, they have done it. Let's get into it, guys. Here we go. Right over here. Dodgers win World Series to become first repeat champion in 25 years. Will Smith homered in the 11th inning after Miguel Rojas connected for a tying drive in the 9th, and the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Toronto Blue Jays 5-4 in Game 7 Saturday night to become the first team in a quarter century to win consecutive World Series titles. And also, guys, we had a 18-inning gem like a few games back as well. But look at this. It says Los Angeles overcame 3-0 and 4-2 deficits and escaped a bases-loaded jam in the 9th to become the first repeat champion since the 98-2000 New York Yankees. And the first from the National League since the 75-76 Cincinnati Reds. I can't believe it's actually been that long for an NL team. But anyway, Smith hit a 2-0 slider off of Shane Bieber into the Blue Jays bullpen, giving the Dodgers their first lead of the night. Yamamoto, who threw 96 pitches in the Dodgers win on Friday, escaped a bases-loaded jam in the 9th and pitched 2 2/3 innings for his third win of the series. Wow. I mean, guys, this is absolutely amazing that the Dodgers actually pulled this off in extra innings, by the way. Extra innings to win this in the 11th. However, LA, your people are crazy in LA. Now we know, guys, that during the No Kings riots out there in LA, law enforcement was actually getting attacked. And now that the Dodgers have won the World Series, folks, guess what? The crazy Dodgers fans thought it was a good idea to actually attack the police. Yeah. Look at this, guys. Dodgers fans go wild after World Series win. LAPD deploys tear gas. The Dodgers may have won the World Series, but the city of Los Angeles nearly lost control Saturday night as rowdy fans flooded the streets, lighting on fireworks, climbing cars, and clashed with cops in wild post-game celebrations. LAPD officers were forced to deploy tear gas and less lethal weapons in parts of downtown LA after being struck by bottles and industrial-sized fireworks launched from the crowd. They got struck by bottles, folks. The mayhem erupted shortly after the Dodgers clinched their second straight championship, beating the Toronto Blue Jays in Game 7. And that's a picture right there of LAPD. That's a Dodgers fan right there. It says hundreds of fans took over intersections across the city, including Pacoima, Echo Park, and the downtown area, waving flags, blasting music, and turning streets into spontaneous block parties. Things escalated fast when fans started setting off massive fireworks in the middle of crowds. I remember last year, guys, when the Dodgers won, that was a guy that blew his fingers off with fireworks. Says here, one self-driving car was vandalized while several officers were hit with debris as they tried to disperse the mobs. The LAPD declared a tactical alert and issued dispersal orders around 12:30 a.m., warning anyone who refused to clear the area could be arrested. Mayor Karen Bass urged Angelenos to celebrate safely, saying, quote, "We love our Dodgers, but there's no excuse for putting people in danger." Well, Karen Bass, being the leftist that you are, you don't like the police anyway. Look at this here. Despite the tear gas and smashed glass, police say no major injuries were reported, though cleanup crews were out sweeping up busted bottles, fireworks, and broken car windows. Wow. So over here, man, you guys can actually see the image right here. That's right when the Dodgers actually won the World Series right there. That was actually the home run right there to win it. There's another image there as well. But right here, this post says it's only been 20 minutes since the Dodgers won the World Series against the Blue Jays, and the LAPD has already declared unlawful assembly in downtown Los Angeles area. Going to be a lone night out there. So let's watch this. There's a lot of people out there. And this is the Fox News post on it. Chaos in the city. Los Angeles police officers were hit with fireworks and bottles during street celebrations of the Dodgers World Series win, prompting police to authorize the use of tear gas to quell the chaos. Yeah. And that's that video of that guy blowing his hand off from last year. This post here, LAPD issued a dispersal order sometime during the 10th inning of the World Series. So they're all out there. Yeah, pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Look at this here. World Series crime always, especially in LA. Hoodlums in no class keeping it real. Never can celebrate peacefully and stop interfering with traffic. LAPD should have been everywhere already. Yeah, people out there in the streets acting like lunatics. Yeah. But hey, congratulations to the Dodgers, though, man. They are the back-to-back World Series champions. Now, I would actually call them a dynasty. They're getting pretty close. Back-to-back championships. Now, they won that 2020 World Series, which was kind of strange. It was a 60-game season, but they did win then. I mean, if they actually win another title, then I would actually declare them a dynasty. I believe for a dynasty, man, you need 3 titles. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.